Yeah, Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9 hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mark. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy MJ in the building with NJ. He's from, I'm all over the place. That's my boy MJ from NJ. And of course, I'm your host, Wildcard Mar. Hey, man, my man MJ, man. Good to see you, man. How's your weekend starting off? Your week starting off? Everything going all right over there in your neck of the woods, bro?
It's going, man. It's going.
I hear you.
Can't complain.
Nah. Can't do too much complaining. We on the right side of 6 feet. As always, y'all know the deal. Tap in with my homie 40 Water. I call him Silent Hill TDS. Follow him on Hitchhikers. You see his YouTube page at the bottom. Please go show my guy some love. He showed us and blessed the show with a great intro. And so I will always be forever grateful for my homie. So please go show him some love on his YouTube page at Hitchhikers. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. And of course, while you're over there, check us out. I.O.W. Sports Network on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Let us know. It'll let you know when we go live with new content. And that's there. Literally, all the content is there. Shorts, lives, any other podcast episodes, it is all there. So make sure you tap into that. You can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network, or on Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1. You can chop it up with me personally, Casey Walker on Twitter, Walker on the Facebook and the Instagram. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports as we simulcast a late night hour edition over there. So if you happen to be watching on the Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, please just take a quick second, hop on over to I.O.W. Sports Network, give us a like, share, subscribe, and then you can go back to Let's Talk Sports. But please just show us some love as well. Man, did you enjoy your weekend, MJ? Man, I hope you had a good weekend, my brother, man. Hey, I can't hear you. You all right? Turn your mic on.
How about now?
There you go.
All right.
All right, let's try that again.
Yeah,
Hey,
somehow the
MJ.
microphone turned on. Somehow the microphone turned on.
No, your mic was just on a second ago, I swear. Hey, but anyway, MJ, man, how was your weekend, bro? Oh, you went out again. Your mic went out again. Unmute yourself. Oh, you're muted. No, you're muted on the there you go.
Yeah. No.
It's all right. Hey, this is just this is what happens on a live show, man. Shit happens, man. Everything was working before we got on. Must be a ghost over there in MJ's house. Either that or he got some bad spirits. You need to sage the house. I think you need to sage the house, bro. They messing with your technology, bro. So I think there's sage in your house, but no. While MJ gets situated, I'm gonna pull him back out. Give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready, MJ. Let me know when you're ready. But no, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about NFL and NBA wise. Obviously, those who are in the know, you saw the big news. Jalen Hurts gets the big bag today. He gets a big old contract. We'll go into the details, and hell, we'll talk about how his contract, is going to be the domino effect for those coming behind him in the quarterback pecking order. Y'all know how the NFL works. Once one guy at a position gets paid, especially at quarterback, then you're going to have a whole bunch of other dominoes fall in the pecking order as well to get paid. In the background, I do have the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors on 52-47 on my end. I know my stream has a little bit of lag, so I might be slightly behind than everybody else, but I have 52-47. Sacramento Kings are up with like a minute 40 left in the game. So like I said, my joint's on a lag, so it might be behind.
Yeah, you are behind. Sacramento's up 53-52 with 49 seconds left.
Okay, yeah, I'm a whole minute behind. Yep. I'm a whole minute behind, but nah, it's okay.
Davion Mitchell's got one more free throw to go.
Word.
But it's 49.4 seconds left.
All right, thank you, MJ, for that update. Italy Jet, what's up, my man? How you doing, man? Hey, Italy Jet. Hey, do me a favor, Italy Jet. Tap in. Give me a direct message, man. I would love to collaborate with you on a future episode, or whether it's on your show, our show. Tap in with us, man. We love collaborating with other podcasters. Obviously, I know you've collaborated with our big homie Nick Shine, but I would love to collaborate with you, man. So, hey, shoot me a direct message, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and tap in with me, because I think we will have a dynamic episode. Smitty's in the building. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those Knicks, man. I know MJ's feeling real happy about his knickerbockers as he's rocking the New York hoodie. Oh, you just happened to yawn at that perfect time? Oh yeah.
No, I was just stretching my arms out. They was getting a little heavy. You know what I mean?
Oh, you had to stretch it out. Okay. All right.
Today was chest day. Arm day.
It was chest day.
Chest day, arm day, back.
I got you. You got to flex everything. Okay.
The normal things I don't do when I don't go to the gym, which is every day.
I got you, bro. Now it's all good. Hey, but you know what, bro? I want you to feel ecstatic and excited about your squad, because I think they got a good chance to walk away with this series. We'll tap into that much more for sure. But y'all know how we get down on the I.O.W Sports Show. We gotta do some top plays, baby. And of course, as you know, this game is currently playing right now. It's at halftime. But Harrison Barnes kind of set the tone early in the game. Let's see what Harrison Barnes did.
Sacramento opens up 2 of 7 from the field. Thompson didn't see Fox. It's a 2-on-1. Barnes. Oh, finish! Harrison Barnes hard to the hole.
Harrison Barnes went hard to the hole. That wasn't bad. I love it because Harrison Barnes, obviously being a former Golden State Warrior, won his first championship along with Draymond, Steph, and Clay. back in was that 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, 2016, somewhere around there.
Yo, that cat seemed like he's been around since like 2004.
You know what's crazy? I think he's been
God.
around at least like a decade now. That's what's crazy about Harrison Barnes. I think he's been around like at least a decade by now. That shows you how crazy the time is flying by with everything. Like, I just think that is nuts that Harrison Barnes has been in the league for 10 years now. That's crazy.
Yeah. Update. We got halftime score. Sacramento was up 58-52 at halftime.
Nice. 58-52. Looking good. Hey, I'm
top
telling him. He said, let him flex the Knicks because he can't flex the Hey, Smitty. Hey, we ain't seen Smitty in a couple of days, and the first thing he do is start shooting, bro.
The funny thing is, like, I don't even respond to that. He knows what's up.
I can't, bro. I can't. No, that's crazy. No, that is absolutely nuts.
He a young cat too, ain't he?
Well, Smitty, yes. You know, Smitty still smell like Similac and titty milk, so he's still young.
I thought I smelled Infamil.
That's not the infamous. Oh man, well, Italy Jet says he's a Heat fan. Playoff Jimmy is different. We'll see what happens. I do think. All right, so here's my thing, and I don't mean to get off track, but Jimmy Buckets is good. I mean, we said this a million times. He's he's good at a lot of things, but he's not a master of one. You know, he's master of nothing.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, there's the saying. So, and I just the other day he did not have it against Atlanta. He was atrocious. Now that playing game against Chicago, he did his thing. Had a decent game against the Bucks, but no, we'll get more in depth about that when we get to the playoff NBA portion of this show. But we got one more top play, and it's funny because MJ had texted to me, and I was like, "Hey man, you already know I was getting prepared to put this on the show." So this happened in the 76ers Brooklyn Nets game, and well, I don't need to say much. Just watch what happened.
To the paint and knocking down a deep three-pointer on that last possession. Sixers are out of fouls. Johnson teeing off, puts it down. That was vicious. Wow. I didn't see that coming at all. You know, when you're playing like this, like Cam Johnson, you don't want the half to end. You don't want a halftime. You want to keep going. Second straight game, he has surpassed his new playoff career high. And he's done it in a half tonight as Harris is whistled for contact. And he knew Embiid was coming, glanced at him as he was going downhill. Confrontation at the rim. It's a little quick dunk right there by Johnson before Embiid could come over. But it's been that kind of half for Johnson and really doing it.
Whew. My goodness.
You ready?
Tell him, MJ, what happened?
This was at the same time.
Hey, that's an MVP edition of bagging. That's an MVP edition of bagging. Hey, Cam Johnson flushed, bro. I can't even cap, bro. Like,
man, that's the slow-mo pick of it. Not the slow-mo, the still pick. Just joking on him.
Oh yeah, it was nasty. That was absolutely nasty, bro. I mean,
that was definition of balls to the face, teabag. Dick slapping somebody.
Yeah,
he did all that real quick, and did it to an MVP
candidate, more than likely, possibly MVP. You know, I think it's between Giannis and Embiid. That's just my thing.
I do too. I agree.
Now, Smitty, no disrespect to Jokic. I love his game. But, I mean, we got to be honest. When we had Melvin Wall on here from Man Down Sports, he broke it down. That's my basketball guy that I go to when I want to get some clarification on if I'm, seeing what I'm seeing. And I've always been a big Jokic advocate, but it wasn't until Mel put me on and MJ on, and he kind of broke it all down. It's easy to puff up these offensive stats for Jokic because he's doing everything. He's distributing the ball, he's dribbling the ball, he's scoring the ball. He is literally doing everything offensively on the basketball end. My only knock, which I'm not saying he's bad at playing defense, but I've seen him get dog walked on defense. He can't do nothing with Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing with Joel Embiid. Just me personally, and it's not a knock on Jokic. I'm not hating on him. The man got 2 MVPs. So, but just me personally, I just think that there are better centers in the game, better big men in the game than him, and Embiid's one of them. And I can't take him over Giannis. I couldn't take him over Giannis. If I was to start a team right now, I cannot take Jokic over Embiid or Giannis. I just couldn't. That's just me. How you feel about it?
I'm just laughing at the fucking comments. Yeah, the problem with Jokic, he's a big guy. He doesn't get up and down the court too quick. Not as quick like Embiid with them long strides, and Giannis literally takes 3 steps and he's cross half court. His defense definitely lacks as opposed to Giannis and Embiid. And you know what? I was shocked that Embiid wasn't in the final 3 for Defensive Player of the Year.
I was shocked too. I was actually there. Shout out to Jaren Jackson. Congratulations being named Defensive Player of the Year. I'm with you. I would have given him the Defensive Player of the Year award and MVP. That's just me, because I can appreciate a guy that plays both ends of the court and he's playing elite on both ends of the court. So we can't sit here and deny that Embiid, is playing elite defense and elite offense. He's playing elite all around basketball,
and he's a 7-footer plus, playing elite on both ends.
Yeah,
he's not your typical center that does one or the other.
Yeah, a lot
of teams have guys in there like Mitchell Robinson, for instance. When the Knicks have him in, it's for defense, rebounding, shit like that. You ain't need there for the offense.
Yeah, it's players like Mr. Robinson that are literally have design minutes for design situations. You're damn sure not gonna play Mr. Robinson 38 minutes. You're just not. He might see 10 to 15 minutes, and all that is for purpose, for his role. Like you said, play defense or do certain other things that are specifically for him to do. You want to, kill an opponent's run. One guy's getting off, and you be like, "Yo, bro, this dude is killing us on offense." Mitchell Robinson, I need you to shut that shit down. So he'll get his 10 minutes just to turn the momentum back to the Knicks side. So you have players like that. So that's true. But since we're talking basketball, let's go ahead and continue on talking some NBA playoffs. Hey, go ahead, take a couple of minutes. Flex your muscles. The stage is yours, MJ. Go ahead, talk about one of the most exciting series that happened this weekend. Go ahead, man. It's yours. I want you to go ahead and get it all out your system about your Knicks getting the win. So go ahead.
No, I'm not going down that route. I'm not going down that route. It's game 1. So if I sit here and I fucking boast and brag about the Knicks winning game 1 and this, that, the other thing, I give you all the fucking stat, it don't mean shit because they could lose the next 4, and then I look stupid sitting here. So I'll give them props for game 1. I do expect them to win the series. I got them, winning the series in 6.
I got them winning in 7, but we're on the same page on who wins.
See, I wouldn't trust going back to Cleveland for game 7.
I just won on the road last.
I get that, but I'd rather close it out at home game 6.
Okay,
that's the way I look at it. But no, they tried to give that game away, man. RJ Barrett, absolutely fucking terrible. I'm not even going to speak Hungarian. I'm not even going to speak Spanish. He was fucking terrible. And I'm glad that Thibodeau benched him in the fourth quarter. He wasn't doing shit. Wasn't doing nothing.
That's so disappointing, bro.
Bro, like, there's so many. I can't even say so many times. There have been times during the year and even last year, like he has shown flashes of being a pretty decent number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
Then he does things like he did on Saturday, shooting 2 of 12. I think it was.
Yeah,
he disappeared. And this the playoffs, man. This ain't the time to disappear.
Big time.
You play like shit. You're relegated to the bench, dude. Give me somebody else. I'll take anybody else when you're playing like that.
Oh yeah, you got to sit there. I'm with you.
And as a team, they shot. Excuse me. I think it was about 8 for 25, 8 for 26 from 3, which is absolutely terrible, under 33%, and still came away with the win.
Yeah, what bothers me, MJ? You know what bothers me with the NBA? I get that
Seresto, 8 months continuous.
I get that they're trying to, get to this point where they're doing, they're pretty analytical heavy, and analytics say, hey, shoot the 3. I get it.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: when you realize you're not making them, let's stop shooting them. If you're not making them early when you're taking all these attempts, stop. Like, change up the game plan. You can't keep taking shots behind the 3-point and just hoping you're going to finally start clicking on them. My thing is even go ahead. No, I was saying, like, work up to it. Like, get the easy buckets, get your high percentage shots, then start fading back towards the 3-point line. But once you notice that you're not making them, stop shooting them and just play ball. So I don't know.
There was a point in the fourth quarter that Knicks had the ball, brought it up, and Quentin Grimes takes a wide open 3, barely hits the front of the rim. Again, offensive rebound, kick it out. They find Grimes again, open in the same exact spot, takes the same 3, barely hits the rim. Yeah. Another offensive rebound. They kick it out to Manuel quickly. He pulls up from the other side of the court. He barely barely hits the rim. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not a 3-point shooting team. Like, stop pulling this shit, man. Like, you're not Golden State. You're not Sacramento. You ain't built that way. Yeah. Do what the fuck got you there. Don't stop this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it pisses me off.
What's up, AP?
For real. Like I said, he was trying to give the game away.
Shout out to AP. He joined us on last Thursday's episode, so I definitely want to give AP a shout out. Yeah. He says, "Was RJ?"
I was saying the same thing that that he just said. Like, what the fuck are you trying to give this game away to him? Like,
you brought up something earlier in the day show. You said that Josh Hart might miss game 2.
He's out. They say he's out game 2.
Yeah, and to me, that's a bad loss because in game 1, he put 33 minutes, went 8 for 11 shooting, 1 for 2 from downtown, 10 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and he has 17 points, and that's coming off the bench. I think that's a true blow.
He had 14 at halftime, and he was quiet in the second half, but he carried him in the first.
Yeah, and those 17 points that y'all needed was needed. Yeah,
you're right. He is that. They are going to miss him, because that was a low key sneaky pickup, that worked out for them at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
gave up a first round, the first round they're going to want to give it up for him is somewhere like in the 20s, which was worth it because the Knicks got plenty of draft capital. Yeah. So it was a good risk right there. But
I will not be surprised. No, go ahead. My fault.
No, I was gonna say, losing him is gonna hurt them game 2. Absolutely, no doubt. So
and I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland takes game 2 because Josh Hart is missing. Because you do love Josh Hart's defense on Donovan Mitchell. So you're gonna be losing that. So I won't be surprised if Cleveland takes game 2 just off the fact that you're missing Josh Hart. But I will say this, RJ Barrett, man, you cannot repeat game one's performance. Because first of all, this matchup is too close. These two teams are too close to each other in skill wise to, have you going 2 for 12. It's just a bad time to go cold. Bad time to go cold.
Yeah, Cleveland's not a team that you're just going to roll over on. You know what I mean?
No.
Cleveland's got a pretty good squad. So this isn't a team that you're playing that like, all right, we could get by. This is, they ain't nothing. It ain't like that, man. They're pretty evenly matched. This isn't a series that that you take lightly. This ain't like playing Brooklyn.
No.
The fake New York team.
And speaking of Brooklyn,
the big homie Nick Shine. Fuck your Brooklyn. For listening. Fuck your Brooklyn.
Speaking of the Nets, we showed the Cam Johnson dunk over Embiid, posterizing them. The Brooklyn Nets, man, they seemed game tonight, but still fell short. Still ended up losing by 8. So they're down 0-2. I don't see them. I mean, if they can repeat tonight's performance, they got to do better with closing it out. They could possibly steal a game, maybe push it to 6, but the way that Embiid's been playing,
there's no way they'll push it to 6. They ain't winning two games. They may push it to 5 games. They may get one at home, and that's being nice.
That's being nice.
I don't even see that.
Yeah, I was surprised Cam Thomas didn't play. Cam
Johnson.
No, Cam Johnson played. I'm Cam Thomas, who's also on
Cam
the
Thomas.
team.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't even come in the game tonight. So there must be a reason for that. But looking at what Jacques Vaughn did, he only went in an 8-man rotation tonight. So I'm actually kind of looking for him to probably expand his usage of some of his players that he got on the bench that he didn't even put in the game. Like I definitely would have used Patty Mills at some point at point guard. I like his leadership and his veteran presence. He knows how to play the game. He didn't even see the game at all. So a little baffled on Jacques Vaughn's rotation. So
let me ask you a question. You're looking at the box score, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who the fuck is Duke Jr.? He got a DNP tonight. Who the?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about David Duke Jr.
Duke from Providence.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, AP. I don't think Claxton is a waste of space. It's just that I don't know. I think he's intimidated by Joel Embiid. I think he's intimidated.
Bro, the dude had no points. Only put up 2 shots. Yeah.
And barely even got any rebounds. Only got 6 rebounds, and he's supposed to be a big guy. So he
no steals, no blocks.
Yeah, there's some games that need to get upped up on his Brooklyn Nets team to even compete. So they gotta change some formula, change some rotations, and get it together. Otherwise, bring out the brooms.
My boy Watanabe didn't even get no playing time.
Nothing. Got nothing.
Watanabe got. Why not?
96-84 was the score of that one. Philly looks. I mean, obviously it's no brainer. They are definitely the better team.
Dude, looking at the stats, the Nets shot 13 of 42 from 3, 31%.
Again, if you're not making the threes, go to the higher percentage shots. That's another point.
Philly was the same way, 11 of 35 for 31.4%.
Yeah, so they were leaving the door open for you to get back in the game. But you close it on yourselves by taking unnecessary 3-point attempts when you're not making them. That's what kills. You know what? That's another thing that kills me with the NBA. What happened to the mid-range game? What happened?
Oh, there's only a few that will live and die by it right now.
I don't get.
CP3 is one of them.
But MJ, it's a higher percentage shot, and to me, especially when you start making your layups and your dunks, and you start getting a little further away from the cup, start getting your mid-range guy. Look,
ain't nothing wrong with taking an 18 to 17 foot shot.
No, it's a higher percentage shot than a 3-point shot. Just take the shots that the defense is giving you, and if they're leaving the mid-range area open, which more times than not in this NBA, the mid-range is there. It's open for you to take the shot. I just don't get it. I mean, I just hate it. I just hate it. AP says the rebound stats look sad. Oh my gosh, Nets look like they was afraid to get the ball. Yeah, I think that speaks to it too. You got to play physical with Embiid on the other side. You just got to. You got to put your big boy draws on, and you got to be ready to be physical, because he's definitely going to bring the physicality down in the paint. So you got to be ready for it. That's something to me is already understood. And going in with a matchup with the 76ers, that should be your main focus. Get physical in the paint, because if you don't, you let Embiid start, controlling everything in the paint. That's when the 76ers start getting off. That's when you got all them open shots for Harden and Maxey and Tobias Harris to take those open 3-point shots, because next thing you know, everybody's trying to collapse on Embiid. All he got to do is kick it out. He got shooters ready to shoot. So you got to control the paint. You just got to.
Dude, but just real quick, looking at the totals, they took 160 shots combined, the two teams. They took 80 each. 77 of them were from fucking three. 77 out of 160 were taken from downtown.
That's crazy. That's almost 3/4 of all the shots taken in that game. Like, come on, what do we do?
24 for 77 combined, the two teams.
That's trash. That's absolutely trash, bro. Let's get to some of these other things, big things. Man, some injuries happened, man, and I think they're going to kind of turn the tide a little bit on some of these series. That Memphis Lakers series, I think that changes things depending on how long Ja Morant is going to be out. So give me your take on the injury to Ja Morant and how you think it affects that series right there.
For one, is he just like day to day? Is he just missing at least just one game, or is this possibly like a week or two injury?
The reports that I saw is that they're not even saying they're optimistic that he could play game 2. Okay. So game 2 is not till Wednesday. So he'll have some. He got today, and he has tomorrow to heal. Okay. So they're saying they're not saying they're optimistic, but I don't know. Would it be in playoffs? I don't know if you sit out Ja Morant, because you don't want Anthony Davis and LeBron start getting on a roll, and then now getting down 0-2 going back to LA. I don't think you want that. I think
But you also don't want to put him out there if he's if he's 60-70%, you don't really want to put him out there on that ankle, because it's liable to turn it again. I'm more worried about his hand. I'm more worried about his hand, the one he fell on in the game, and it's his shooting hand. That's what I'm more worried about. Oh, I thought you were talking about his ankle. I thought he rolled his ankle. I need to learn how to hold his family.
Yo, that's a good one, AP. You better learn how to hold the gun with your left hand now. Hey, shout out to Melvin Wall of Men Down Sports, because he brought up a good point. He says, again, if you develop a mid-range shot, you can pull up right there instead of trying to always go to the cup and trying to leap over everybody. Yep. And come down on those bad falls. If you get a mid-range shot, I'm telling you, that extends your career, because you're not taking those high falls. Because when he's up there, I'm pretty sure Ja has a 40, 41, 42 inch vertical, so he's up there in the air. And you saw how high he was when he came down on his wrist in his hand the other day.
Yo, look at Tim Duncan. He made a living off it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, living off the off the mid range,
Turned into a Hall of Fame career. Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, if you get that mid range, man, it extends your career, and you keep making so much mid range games or shots, it's going to put you right in the Hall of Fame. It's going to put you right in the Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. I mean, look at how, and I hate to bring his name up because I despise him as an individual, but look at how Karl Malone made all of his points. He made it in the post and mid-range shots. That's how he compiled so many points, and he's top 3 scorer all time. That's just fact of the matter is. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, another guy that was at the top of the points list till LeBron took it over. I mean, Kareem wasn't taking threes. He make some hook shots, made some dunks, and some layups.
Kareem's still the best all-time scorer. I don't want to fucking hear nothing.
I mean, when you got a shot that is unblockable, what else is there to say?
Literally unblockable.
Unblockable. The hook shot from Kareem was unblockable, and it'll go down as the shot that you could never guard. You couldn't guard it. The only way you can guard is you hope he miss. That's the only way you're guarding that hook shot. Oh man, I hope Kareem missed this hook shot, bro, because he got me.
He ain't lying about that.
So I mean, we'll see. But no, I think that injury changes things. Because now you're looking at who's going to be the guy that's going to step up, or who's going to be the guys to step up and take over for his scoring duties. And if you guys saw today's show, we had a guest, Anthony Roger. Man, shout out to that young man. He wants to do podcasts. He has a future. He brought up a good point. You're looking at with the Memphis Grizzlies. He brought up the fact that Steven Adams isn't there, which I think is a big loss, because now who's going to be the physical body to take on Anthony Davis? Yeah, Jaren Jackson just got Defensive Player of the Year, but you want him in the game. You don't want him fouling out trying to guard Anthony Davis.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Steven Adams is there for. He's a big body to bang up against Anthony Davis and let him use his 6 fouls. You don't want to be sitting here wasting Jaren Jackson's 6 fouls trying to guard Anthony Davis. That's just my opinion. So, what you feel about it?
He was absolutely right. You know, bringing up the loss of Steve Adams. You know, he's not a big household name, but when he's on the court, he's a difference maker in the paint. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a big dude. He's a wide body. You know, he's not afraid to to bang on people.
Yeah.
You know, that is a loss for them. And like you said, Jaren Jackson, you don't want him running around chasing Anthony Davis.
Nah.
You know, would you put Jackson on LeBron, but then who do you put on Davis? You know,
and that's the thing.
It's a tough assignment.
Oh yeah, tough assignment for sure.
You know, especially when they both on the court. You know, you gotta pick and choose. You know, and then I don't know if because I don't know much about Memphis, so I don't know how deep they are, but I don't think they're as deep as the Lakers are now post trade deadline. You know, so
when it comes,
what's that?
I'm looking at it right now. So Jaren Jackson, they really don't have another option. I mean, they got some dude named Senti Aldama. I guess you can use him because he's about the same height as Steven Adams, 6'11". That can probably, stay in front.
Use them for 6 fouls, basically.
Well, yeah. I mean, just like we're saying, how Steven Adams would guard Anthony Davis. Just use him. Just be a body. You're not looking for him to score, but just go in there, rebound, and be a menace and try to slow down Anthony Davis. Because right now, Anthony Davis is on a tear right now. For the last few weeks, pretty much the last month, he has been on a tear.
Yo,
so you just need something to slow down.
I'd go and undercut the motherfucker. Play a little street ball on him and check him up one time. You know how brittle he is.
Yeah.
You give him a good hit check, you go down, he's done. He's liable to break a toe or you know,
Hey,
strain his hammy while he's just sitting. You know?
Now I can't lie. I was surprised that Anthony Davis came back to the game after he had that little situation with his arm, because he was like, "Oh my, I can't move it." So I was like, I thought he wasn't going to do. I thought he was just going to go ahead and call it a night. So I was surprised he actually came back, man. So
he actually showed that he had a little set on him. I'm like, oh, I do got to get back in that game. It is a playoffs, you know.
so he got that finally found that pair, huh?
I don't think he found it. It might have just popped up by accident. I don't think he found it.
Just for that moment.
Yeah. It's like one of those. Oh, what is that? Oh, I got some of those.
I found them.
Yeah. What are these?
What are those? Oh man.
Hey, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. So
quick update: 71-64. Kings are up 650. My fault. 72-64 as they just put a free throw down.
bonus is on the
yeah, he's on the line. 650 on the clock in the third quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that before we head out on the show. I'm excited about that one. Now we got to talk about the Giannis injury. The Giannis injury to me is more damning than Ja, because I think we've seen Memphis has shown that they could still win some games without Ja Morant. Now with Giannis possibly being out, now that scares me more, because now you're relying on Chris Middleton, who I'll give credit, had a good game. But you also need Drew Holiday to step up offensively. He didn't step up offensively the other game, but he had his 16 assists and he did well as a point guard, as in facilitating. But man, he was terrible shooting. And how many times, MJ, have we talked on the show that the Bucks will go as far as Middleton and Drew Holiday chip in? Yep. We talked about it a million times.
Because when Giannis on the floor, you know you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Night in, night out, you know what you're getting. Middleton, you know what you could get. But Drew Holiday, that's the wild card. Because he's not streaky like Middleton is. Yeah. He's just like all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He is not somebody that you can rely on as a second or third.
Hey, that brings me back to that night. That brings me back to that night that we praised him for getting 51 points against the Pacers. And what did you say?
Just gonna say that.
He was like the next night, oh man, yeah, it's good he got 51. Watch the next night, he'll get 6. And soon it's sure as shit. And it's sure as shit the next night, we came back on the show and we had to talk about how we hyped this man up, dropping 51 on the Pacers, and the next night against, I can't remember, it was against Boston, when Boston caught their cheat. Yep. And he came up with nothing against Boston. And I'm just like, damn, we just talked about you, bruh. And MJ pegged you and got you, he laid it all out. And exposed you to exactly what you was going to do, and you followed up and did exactly what MJ did.
Because he's following I.O.W. and he's listening. He's like, you know what? This man got a point. Yeah, I did. I balled out. I put up 51. And what? But then I followed up with like 8 or 4, whatever. It was under 10. I know that.
Oh, it was definitely way under 10. And I thought, like, bro, he can't play like that.
No.
He can't.
Not if you want to win a title. You might be able to get away with that in the first round if Giannis comes back. But do that against the Knicks. Knicks gonna take you.
Well, first of all, they got to worry about the Heat. They're down 0-1. I know a lot of people say it was only one game, can't freak out now, but I'm not getting anything from Drew Holiday that's going to say is anything different, that he's going to perform better than what he did against the Miami Heat. And hey, say what you want, don't let Jimmy Buckets start catching fire. It'll bite you in the butt, and don't let that happen without Giannis.
He could turn it up.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. He could turn it up at any moment, man.
Yeah, he's that type of player. He could be quiet, and then all of a sudden, when it's go-to time, Jimmy Buckets comes out.
AP says, I think Middleton's plays sports bets has he's over and under. Oh, you mean Holiday? Okay. He says he meant to say Holiday plays sports bets. Hey man, hey, after the Tim Donahue situation in the NBA, I ain't putting it past nobody, bro.
Tell them.
I ain't putting it past nobody, man. So, I'm looking forward to seeing if the Bucks can try to do it. And honestly, we just got to see how long Giannis is going to be out. If he's out for an extended period of time for this series, man, you might as well go ahead and pack your bags when walking and get ready for the off season.
They talking like he's going to play game 2.
If he does, which is fine, but he's going to have to, at points, I think he'll probably just be a decoy, and hopefully everybody around him can step their game up and tighten up and produce. But
well, you'll know from the door, if he's a decoy or not. You know what I mean? You'll know.
Oh yeah. We'll know from the go because I think first quarter will tell us first of all, how much does he play in the first quarter, and what does his production actually look like? Does he look like Giannis? You know what I'm saying? So that'll be telling for sure. But yeah, man, interesting NBA playoffs. I'm glad they kicked off. Real quick, just in case nobody else been paying attention, the NHL. A quick NHL update. Those NHL playoffs kicked off tonight. The Bruins, who are the highly favored team to win the Stanley Cup, they get off on a winning foot, beating the Florida Panthers 3-1. The Carolina Hurricanes out here in Raleigh took down the New York Islanders 2-1. You got the Kings taking on the Edmonton Oilers right now. They're up 2-0, about to finish the second period. And then you got a good game with the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild are tied 2-2, and they're in their second intermission as well. I just want to play this real quick because, a lot of people are, if you haven't been paying attention to the Stanley Cup playoffs or NHL in general, the Boston Bruins are on one of those miraculous seasons where these guys are setting records, breaking records, got the most wins, got the most points. I mean, I'm talking about like they are on one of those unstoppable type of situations where they are just balling out of control. It's hard pressed to see anybody besides Boston winning the Stanley Cup. Any idea of any team that might win it besides? Because I've been hearing the Edmonton Oilers from some NHL experts that they say they might give them a run. MJ, you see anybody but Boston?
New Jersey Devils.
Are they in it? Are they in the playoffs?
Oh yeah, they're in the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't know.
Devils had like 110 points this year. We're playing the Rangers the first round. Starts off tomorrow night.
Or tomorrow night, yeah, it does.
Okay,
I'm
gonna be honest. I don't know shit about hockey. I don't know.
I'm shit. Surprised about that, dog.
I'm not. You know what? Like growing up, it was football, baseball, and wrestling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Basketball came on, a little bit later, but those were the sports. It's not that I don't like hockey. I was just never into it.
Gotcha.
I don't know all the rules. I can tell you all the teams, but I don't know all the rules. Don't know. I do know some players here and there, but I don't know shit.
I got you.
But I do know. Look at Tampa Bay a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they had the best record in all of. I think Boston just beat their record, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
And and Tampa didn't win that year, so should they win? By what everybody says, yeah, they should.
Yeah.
But you know,
You never know.
you never know. Exactly.
You're right. You got to play the series. Got to play the teams in front of you, and Florida's not going to go away. But AP Golden Knights, yeah, Vegas Golden Knights, man,
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, they're on the west side, and they're in the Western Conference, and they're a team that could possibly get them. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on some NHL. I know NHL is probably not one of the most popular sports that we talk about here, but because I am a fan of sports, I watch a lot of sports: hockey, baseball, basketball, football, all of them. I watch them all of the four major sports. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. See if there's any body that thinks somebody can possibly win a Stanley Cup besides the Boston Bruins, who are on a historic run. And this kind of reminds
I'm going with the New Jersey Devils, and that's my final answer.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, and if Jersey does win, I'm gonna wear my sweatshirt because I do have a Devils sweatshirt.
Hey, Rocky, rock it proudly too, bro. Rock it proudly. Let's get into our final topic before we tap off air. And man, quick NFL news. Everybody saw it. Your man, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles got paid today. 5 years, $255 million. 179.3 of it is guaranteed. Guaranteed. Give me your thoughts on the big contract, MJ.
All right. First, I want to say, fuck AP. Nah, just kidding. You my man, though. You my man. Bro, they just made him the highest paid football player in all of NFL history.
They did. As of this moment. As of
right now. Bro, he got ridiculous money for one good season. I would have liked to see at least one more out of him before you pay him that much. But hey, I mean, if Philly is so sure on him, and if this is their future quarterback, I guess lock him up now because it's only going to get worse down the road.
Mm-hmm.
That price is definitely going up. Because we've talked many times who's coming up the pipeline, who's got to get paid.
Yeah. AP saying that deal is backloaded like shit. That GM is smart as hell, which is Howie Roseman. I need to see the contract, the breakdown or the details of it.
But still, it's only a 5-year deal. You know what I mean? So it's not like a 9-year deal where he's loaded up in the bag. It's 5. So he gonna get that money, then he gonna get paid again. Yeah,
because he's young too.
Yep. He might not even play out this whole contract before they re-sign him. Because if he's playing that well, they might sign him to an extension in another 3 years.
Yeah, 24 years old. So that'll definitely put him right at the put him right at the prime by the time he ends this contract. That'll put him right at the tipping point of his prime for sure. Excuse me.
Hey, AP, don't even get me started because I agree with you. He got overpaid. Granted, he's been the starter for 2.5 years, but I wouldn't even say he got. Daniel Jones didn't even have one good season because this season was mediocre for him. For any quarterback, if you look at his numbers, granted, he only had 15 touchdown passes. Granted, he only had 5 interceptions, which is phenomenal. But as an overall quarterback, he's getting paid to be a top. I guess you could say like top 12 quarterback, top 13, something like that. And he has not played up to deserve that much money.
Yeah,
at least not yet.
Yeah, I hear you. I will say this about Jalen Hurts. Just looking at his stats again, obviously he only had 4 starts his rookie season. and completion percentage was at 52 for the 4 starts that he had. Then you look at he played 15 games in 2021, and his completion percentage goes up to 61.3. And then this past year, as he definitely took a bigger leap, 66.5 completion percentage. And so he gets, I will say this, he kind of reminds me of that Josh Allen trajectory where he, project year 1, see the improvement year 2, big leap in year 3. And so, hey, I understand the reason why you pay him now. Obviously, he was due for a contract extension because he wasn't a first round player. So, it's what's the alternative? Do you find a better option than that? I don't think you do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you find a better option than that. So, real quick, I'm gonna look at I want to look at his contract breakdown because I see AP.
Yeah, AP just posted that.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah. Okay. So this thing isn't giving me a full breakdown of this contract. I don't think they got the full details yet. But either way, I think he deserves the money. But here's the thing, and the only thing that really kind of especially with the Eagles, I mean, they came into free agency with like 21 free agents. They were able to bring some of them back, but you lose some key pieces. Like you lose C.J. Gardner-Johnson on defense. I think that's a big loss.
That's a big loss.
And you got him for nickels. I think you got him for like a 5th round pick that the Eagles traded for him with the Saints, and you only get him for 1 year, and you're not able to retain him. So he does help bring you to the Super Bowl. I mean, say what you want. He helped you get there defensively wise. So you lose him. You lost a couple of linebackers. You lose Miles Sanders. But I will give the Eagles credit. You make sure that you keep the sustainability that you got at quarterback with Jalen Hurts. So smart to keep him. Hopefully he'll be the actual quarterback that pays off once you pay him. You saw Nick Foles and Carson Wentz didn't pan out too well after you paid them. So, but I think Jalen Hurts is a different cat, different skill set for sure. I think he's a better quarterback that they've ever had. I mean, it's been a minute since they had a sustainability at the quarterback position since Donovan McNabb. So the bigger loss is you got 2 new coordinators that you got to implement into your offense and defensive game plan. So I'm not sure what we're going to be looking at next year with your offense and your defense. I just think the Eagles just got a lot of question marks for a team that just came off a Super Bowl appearance. What you think? And
they're going to have a tougher schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Because going into the season on paper, the NFC East were the top 4 teams with the easiest schedule, and Eagles were technically the dead last when it came to winning percentage who they were playing.
Yeah, strength of schedule. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so they're gonna have a tougher schedule. Let's see what they could do when they play some more a few more tougher teams each year instead of like the riddled schedule they had last year. And in all honesty, that's why the Giants made the playoffs, because they had a very similar schedule.
Yeah, realistic. Realistic. Yeah.
It's not like the Giants had an overpowering team where they were coming out blowing the doors off people. Nah, it wasn't like that. There's a few games I was shocked they won, and they put a little run together and wound up making the playoffs. But that's also goes back to their schedule. Like I said, it's not like they were knocking huge teams off. They were beating the teams that I guess you could say they should have beat.
Yeah. So we'll see what the Eagles do when they play a first base schedule. But I'm not anticipating them coming out to a hot start. Obviously, the draft still needs to happen, and there's going to be some other roster moves that each teams are going to make. So I'm not discounting the Eagles. I'm just worried that I just think that there's more question marks about the Eagles that a lot of people are not really focused in on right now because, you know, training camp, draft, and a whole bunch of other stuff needs to transpire between now and week 1. So I understand, but it's all good, man. But hey, man,
look who joined the show.
What, Nick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's talking about after Warriors. He's on that Sacramento Kings train with me, and we'll do a quick update real quick before we get out of here. You have the Sacramento Kings right now are, you know, they are handling business 83-75 going into the fourth quarter. And yeah, so they are doing their thing. Yeah, and Washington missed the playoffs because Ron wanted to start Wentz. Oh, there's other reasons why you didn't make the playoffs too, AP.
that's just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah, that's just the tip. That's just the tip. But hey, man, appreciate everybody tapping in with us. Y'all know the deal. You see all the social media handles on the bottom of your screen. Tap in with us. Like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel at I.O.W. Sports Network.
I'm gonna get one of them too one of these days. You know, little.
What's that?
My name. I'm gonna get one of these days, little a handle under my name. So I ain't got shit.
Nah, man. What we got to do? Hey, what you can do? You can put your Instagram under there until you decide to, cave in and get you a Twitter, man. So you can definitely put your Instagram up there, dog. No, y'all know the deal, man. We appreciate the love and support. Again, I.O.W. Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Hit them bell notifications. Let you know every time we drop some content. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. And while you're over there, you want to chop it up with me personally on Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar on the Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel. If you happen to be watching us over there, please do us a favor. Hop on over to I.O.W. Sports Network, our YouTube channel. Give us a like, share, subscribe as well. Hey, man, that's another episode of the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition in the books. I'm the Wildcard Mar. Yeah, go ahead.
I need to respond to that last one.
Oh, what AP talking about? I know it was AP.
How am I wearing a New York hoodie when I'm living in Jersey? All right, bro.
Listen. He put the LOL in there. He messing with you.
I know. But I'm saying Washington Commanders. How you gonna wear a Washington jersey or a Washington?
Yeah, y'all play in Maryland. Y'all play in Maryland.
Landover, Maryland, and you wearing a Washington sweatshirt.
Hey, talk your shit, dog.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Hey, man, this is what happens on the I.O.W. Sports shows, man. Hey. I'm the wild card.
Tomorrow I'm going to wear New Jersey Devils. Just there it is. That's it.
Hey, you should rock it
tomorrow night.
Hey, you know how it is. I'm the wild card Mar, and every time you see me, you'll definitely see my homie MJ from NJ. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Y'all know what to do. Tap in with us tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this same YouTube channel for episode 298. Until then, y'all have yourself said burn the hoodie. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful evening, and y'all come back and chop with us on Taco Tuesday. Hey, peace and love. Y'all be safe, y'all.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill TD, yes.